Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's the first edition of Poseidon's Kingdom. Here is the second. I think this was a small print run. You can already see this box, if you can see it here, is a little bit taller. Let's put them on top of each other, just about the same size. But if you put them side by side, this one's a little bit thicker, you can see. Also, I tend to like the artwork a little bit better on this one. This looks like more professional artwork that's on it. This looks like, it's really neat how the water kind of goes through and you can see the reflections, but I definitely like this one better. Let's open up both boxes and see kind of what's inside here. Okay, as you open it up, you can kind of see what's going on here. You're going to have a box with all your doodads inside. Over here, you're going to have the same little box. Everything is kind of set up. Let's take a look at it. I'll set all this aside and we'll take a look at it each component by component. Here you're going to get two rule books. This will be from the first edition. This will be from the reprint. You can see here this one has a little how to play on it. I'm going to set it like this because this opens up. You're going to see a picture of components on both. Then you're going to see the setup that you will have. This is more of a traditional rule book. This has a kind of an odd side to it. And then you're going to go through the actual playing of the turn and how the game will go. You can see both are presented in full color with pictures, etc. on how to play. As you go through this, you can see the summary there, which you'll have the summary here. So, and then this one, obviously, I just showed you has a different language on the other side. This one is going to be the summary on the back, and it'll have only English available. I do tend to like smaller rule books. I don't feel like the font was any smaller in this. Is there a preference to it? I mean, probably this one, but I think I might be picking at straws here of which rule book I like better. So the top, you're going to have the first edition of the little waves that you have. The second one, this. I feel like this one's a little bit stronger cardboard. Both are very nice. You can see the tracks here. I feel like this one's a little bit easier to see, but this one has the waves on it, which is kind of cool. So just a matter of what you prefer. And then this one's the first edition. The bottom is the second. This has more of a cartoony look, which I prefer, but some people might like these big numbers that are up there. You can kind of see the differences here. Not a whole lot. It's just about a matter of graphic design and what you're into more. So here are the boards. The top is going to be the first edition. The bottom is going to be the second edition. I just have to admit I like the artwork in the second edition a lot more. That's going to be subjective. I like this big purple guy. This guy kind of looks weird to me. When you see here, you're going to see the different aspects of the sharks. This one kind of has more of a watery feel, which is kind of nice. Some people are really going to like that. You can see the double-sided board here. This is the first edition. With this version, you're going to get the same thing. You're going to get a double-sided board for the number of players. But this one is probably a little bit clearer to me. It's not as washed up. You lose a little bit of that water look, if you will, but it's probably a little bit cleaner of a look here. It's just a matter of preference. To be honest, they are fairly much the same. So in this game, you're going to get these little awesome pieces you're going to get. This one up the top is your first edition. This one's on the second edition. They are exactly the same. I don't see any difference in these whatsoever. These are kind of like the markings of this game. This is what these big chunky pieces you get, but they're exactly the same in all the different colors. I'll show you one more. Here's the octopus. The top is the first edition. The bottom is the second edition. The paint job might be a little bit better on the first one on some of these, but I mean, it's really not that noticeable. So it's really just a matter of the other components or which one you can get cheaper in this respect, because these are exactly the same. Here are the tiles in the game. The top is the first edition, bottom is the second. You can tell that the second edition is much thicker than the first edition. So these are a lot nicer if you ask me. The icons have been changed from a more realistic one to a more cartoony one. That's a matter of preference. But these tiles, the second edition of tiles, are much thicker and much nicer if you ask me. So here are the dice in both editions. This one up here is the top, is the first edition. This one's the second edition. I see no noticeable difference between them. This one has rounded off corners a little bit more with the first edition. The second one's a little bit more pointy. I don't notice really that much more of a difference other than that. But you're going to get a whole bunch of dice in both sets. That's a very subtle difference. This one has a little bit rounded edges. So that's really a quick side-by-side of Poseidon's Kingdom first edition versus the second edition. This one has different artwork, probably a little bit more cartoony than this, although they're both very cartoony. this box isn't as nice. This box is much sturdier, and the tiles you saw were much thicker in this one. If I had to choose one, I guess I would keep the second edition. Some of the components seem a little bit more upgraded. Some people might have a problem with the Game Salute version, perhaps, but I found this to be a little bit of an upgrade over this, although 99%, 90% of what I saw in this box is exactly what I saw in this box. It might just be a matter of which artwork you like better, or you want those thicker tiles, or if you want the layout and the graphic design of this one a little bit better, maybe perhaps you like this one a little bit better. So this one, I would say there isn't a clear-cut winner. If I had to pick one, I'm going to pick this one, but this might be more of a preference of taste.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.